Okay, we're Project M, and it's about the doing a SAGE project for Math 122. It says which interval of theta values corresponds to the shaded region in the figure, and it's figure 55 on page 137. So I'm seeing that. This is figure 55 on page 137. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake here. I don't know why that happened. You know what I want to do? I want to show you something. I want to see why I did a mistake over here. And let's take a look at this over here. And oh, I see it now. I think I do. Data values. I'll correct that later. But anyway, it is figure 55. I'm not sure why it says page 137. We'll have to correct that later. But anyway, it gives me the graph. I think for the most part we've been dealing with this. And again, I want to get back to software and play around with it. Let me clear. And, maybe you should do the reset again. I'm sorry about that. And theta, I think you remember me doing this before, right? Equals a variable. And the variable is theta. And again, I want to point out, if you can't remember, you go back, and I'm pretty sure, oh, I'm sorry, I got to define the function first. And what's the function? Pretty easy. It says, R is a function of theta. Again, I'm relying upon my past, and that's 3 minus theta. All right, and I'm going to do polar plot, P-O-L-A-R, whoops, A-R, plot. And I'm going to plot R theta. Again, you're going to make mistakes, and I don't know. Let's go between, 0 and 3. And we'll talk about it in a moment. And I get a picture. And someone says, what picture are you getting over here? I'm really not getting this picture, but I'll be honest with you, this makes sense. Because at 0 you'd have 3, and at 3 it would be back to 0 again. Now it looks like they've extended the picture. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm going to go to, I don't know, let's go to 10. Let's see what happens. I'm just playing. I'm seeing a picture, all right? You get the idea. Now what do they want to do? They just want to get this region over here, this sweeping out over here, all right? And I got that. It's between 0 and 3. All right, it makes sense. Pretty easy, pretty straightforward, all right? Now what do they want me to do? And again, I got to read it to you. It says, which intervals theta correspond to the shaded region? For this thing over here, find the area of the region at the origin r equals 0. Yeah, pretty simple, right? So I basically have an integration problem. We've done these in the past, fairly easy to do by hand, all right? What do I do over here? Well, it says use SAGE to do this problem. Furthermore, find the area. Oh, the leaf. This is tough. I want to point out what I mean by being tough. There's a footnote over here. It says you should give this interval some thought. And again, I really want to repeat this. A lot of students want to give anything thought. They actually think it's sort of like just blah, 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 blah. This took me time to figure out. If it took me time to figure out, it's going to take you time to figure out. Now, someone says, what is this? This is the leaf. So what I want to do is I want to go back to this thing over here, and I want to type this in. And what am I going to type in? 6 minus pi divide by 2, comma, 6 plus pi divide by 2. And I get the leaf. I see the leaf. Now someone says, how did you get those numbers? It took me some time and effort to get that. I'll be honest with you, it took me time. By the way, one thing I noticed about it is there's a point of intersection over here. All right? So if you go back to the original graph, this thing over here, there's an intersecting point over here. And this took me time to figure out. I'll be honest with you, it took me time. Now some students says I'm faster than you. I hope so. At some point you should be faster than me. You're younger than me, you should be faster than me. But anyway, look at the code, make sure you can do that. And again, this is the tough part for this particular assignment over here, the leaf, all right? Thank you so much for paying attention.